Welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective, and welcome back to our coverage of the reviewer known as SortingHat. This is part 2 in the same recording session, just broke the video up, so if you haven't seen part 1, go check that out, and now we'll continue.
So next up, there is some reviews of his on a story called The Art of Deception.
Before we get into it, this is a story that I did look at. It's whatever. It's a story. And the story, every chapter of the story is named The Art of Blank. So, like, Chapter 1, The Art of Survival. Chapter 2, The Art of Discovery. Chapter 3, The Art of Being Alone. It's obviously an intentional choice, and it's fine. They can do that, and there's nothing...
That's a stylistic choice.
Yeah, and, like, you know, if you want to... it might be a little pretentious, but, like, that's fine. If your writing holds up, I would not hold that against you at all. We, at the Steel Donut, make fun of fanfiction all the time, and if we're saying it's not a problem, it's defo not a problem.
Just keep that in mind for a bit later. Anyway, SortingHat. First off, Chapter 1, April 25th, 2017 says, Harry could get his wand early, but not at Ollivander's. There is likely a certain wand shop in the darker side of town, smiley face. Chapter 2, same day. Saying don't like it, don't read it, then ask for feedback later makes me really question your mental state.
It's kind of a joke here. There's an easy joke here. I think we should all restrain ourselves.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's kind of dumb, but I don't think it really makes you question their mental state.
Yeah. It's like, there's a slight incongruity with what they said.
Oh, no!
You're probably like all homos that think any criticism, gay-hating, racist/bigot, and whatever fancy buzzword they spoon-feed you.
What? I'm just gonna lay back in my chair.
0 to 1 million, what was that?
Terminal velocity, there we go.
We've surpassed terminal velocity.
Oh god, now I know what astronauts feel like. I think I just hit 10 G's off that sentence.
I'm hitting light speed, boys. Where are we?
I hit 2 G's off the word bigagit.
Glad Trump is draining the swamp and the old-fashioned pole hanging is coming, or otherwise there would be martial law Operation Jade Helm on steroids.
SortingHat! What?
Oh my god!
What is going on?
What?
What is going on?
He is so deep into the conspiracies.
What is going on?
He needs to stop visiting Pole. Stop it right now. Get off
Relax.
Get off Pole. Get off InfoWars.
Get off a fucking vote.
Get off the internet.
Get off. Go back to your phone. I know you have
Get
one.
in that.
They're evil.
Get in that car you like so much and go on a big road trip.
Just take
Explore
a long
the
drive
USA.
of a short beer.
No, I'm not
hell.
even telling him to go hurt himself. Just get some fresh air. Go see some monuments and landmarks.
Meet some of those homos you hate so much. Maybe,
See that
like,
they're just
learn
fine
what
people.
the world is like.
Yeah.
Seriously, he needs to get off the internet. It's not good for him.
No, this is it's seriously affecting his mental state.
I don't even know, like, how are we supposed to even recover from that?
He opens up the internet and he's got 2 tabs. One of them is InfoWars, the other is the Harry Potter section on fanfiction.net.
Yeah?
How?
My God.
How did we hit someone with this combination? Someone who's deep into conspiracy theories, but then also avidly checks the Harry Potter section of fanfiction.net.
I don't know.
Honestly, I'm kind of feeling like, how did we not reach this sooner?
I don't know.
Probably because
I know
he's
nothing
so-
anymore.
You know what? It's because we don't check out the Harry Potter section that much.
Yeah,
We
Harry
don't.
Potter is
That's
so
true.
big that, you know...
We just don't check.
Very
it.
daunting.
Yeah,
Very daunting.
Very daunting. I'm sure there's some guy in the Avengers section who's, like, just crazy.
Moving
Alright.
on.
Yeah.
SortingHat has more reviews on this story. See, you don't need slash to make a good story. Just make a good story. This chapter shows that just deep friendship is all that's needed, and the plot thickens, as they say.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
I agree so far. Now make a fool of me, my man.
Slash is not natural, and our bodies are not designed for
There we
it.
go.
Yeah,
I was ready for it this time. Oh,
Yeah.
All we will get is a few good licks, and it's gone.
What the fuck?
Just to clarify for people who don't know, slash is a word that generally indicates male romantic relationships.
I think
That's what
they
he's
know
talking
that,
about.
Yella.
Yeah,
I mean,
just saying. Just
Okay, that's good, 'cause I did
like
not know what
our
slash meant.
audience, they probably do know.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but just clarifying. So he is saying that homosexuality is not
a few
natural.
good licks and it's gone.
I don't know what that means, though.
Oh, you know what
I
they
think
say?
he means.
A few good dicks and it's gone. That's what they say.
I think he's talking about in life. We only get a certain amount of time, but I don't know how that relates to
Being gay?
anything.
Weird. Anyway, moving on, because he has quite a few more
Right.
of these on this
Yeah.
story. Chapter 3. Has anybody noticed that Christian and Islam are not really that different from each other? Just two opposites of the same
So what does that
coin?
have to do with the story?
I've discovered that recently. I don't know.
Makes you think.
Really, hashtag really makes you think.
All I know about this story, based off of these reviews, is that it apparently features a gay-male relationship.
But have you ever noticed that Christian and Islam are not really that different from each other?
What, really?
Yeah, they're just two
Whoa.
opposites of the same. If they're opposites,
Then they're different.
that's not.
They're the
You mean
exact-
two
they're
sides
exactly
of the same
not the
coin?
It's
same.
two sides of the same coin, you idiot.
I've discovered that recently.
You know what this guy did? His third tab was on 4chan's poll, and he scrolled down to the next topic in between chapters.
He can't be a part of Paul,
He
though.
went
He
from
doesn't like
something-
Christianity.
Oh my god. What
I'm,
side is this guy on?
He's on.
I'm just
he's
gonna
on
sit
vote,
here and
he's
eat my
on
pizza.
Vote.co's atheist place, of course.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no!
Oh no. Oh no. It saddens me deeply that today's generation thinks that friendship slash, which is only 0.05% of the population, but the minority has a loud voice.
God.
Want to run that one by me again, but in a sensible sentence that flows?
Nah. They can't be happy with just a deep friendship bond that never breaks no matter where they are.
Okay, hold
That
up.
sounds
Can you
pretty gay
can
in
we
and of
rewind?
itself. I'm sorry.
Can we rewind? Yeah. Can we rewind to that first sentence and tell me what the verb was?
I don't know.
It saddens me deeply. Today's generation thinks that. So here's the thing that they're thinking: friendship slash, which is only 0.05% of the population, but the minority has a loud voice.
Oh no!
It never escapes what the description
it
of
does
what
escape
people are
it.
thinking that.
It does escape it, just not the way he wanted it to. It saddens me deeply that today's generation thinks that friendship slash, which is only blah blah blah, and then but the minority is included in that part, it has a loud voice
supposed to be
is the
commas.
verb. Yeah, so it saddens him deeply that today's generation thinks that friendship slash has a loud voice.
It really is a train wreck.
Yeah.
This sorting
Also, there's something kind of awful about how he is like, this whole, he's kind of like being like, yeah, you don't need to put romance everywhere, but he's applying it only specifically to gay men.
Yeah. I mean,
Get
of
that
course.
gay
Like,
shit
fuck,
out of
man.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
God.
Don't you love it when you come across a sentence that's a train wreck as a sentence and a train wreck as an opinion?
Miss
Yeah.
me with that gay shit. Damn.
You know what? I'm gonna revisit my question. Why are you reading?
Yeah.
He's gotta read every single one of these.
Like, he's fucking like four
Ah.
chapters in.
I hate
In
gay
this story-
people, and this story is all about gay stuff. Okay, on to the next
chapter.
chapter. I wonder what that's about. Oh my god, it's more gay stuff. I hate gay people and I hate reading about gay stuff. Okay, on to the next chapter. I wonder what that's about.
What are you expecting, dude?
One of these chapters is gonna not be about gay people. I feel it in my bones.
God damn it.
Why is the story so fucking
There
gay?
has to be a chapter in here with just a straight man-woman relationship.
Yeah.
Or
somewhere
just two guys being friends.
I can't wait for them to discover that they're both secretly straight.
I can't wait for them to have a deep friendship bond that never breaks no matter where they are.
Yes.
Even when their penises are touching, it's still just a deep friendship bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Moving
Matt,
on.
your dick feels warm today. Also, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could have this deep friendship bond, Bob.
Hey, Bob. I love you, bro, as a deep friend.
Now let me see that way.
Yeah.
Now let me go deep in you, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
This friendship is almost as deep as I am in you.
Moving on. Chapter 5. Sorting Hat says,
Hey, bro, I just want to make sure you're not gay, are you?
Yeah, this
I'm
is
not
okay.
either. This would be pretty
Sorting.
fucking gay if either of us were.
Yeah, but we're not.
Dude, I'm straight. Are you
Sorting.
still straight? Yeah, I'm still straight. Oh, okay,
Having
cool.
a deep friendship
We're just
bond.
deep friends. It's just a deep friendship bond.
We'd be having the same experience even if we were miles apart.
one good movie to see that is a bit on the heavy side is Braveheart, which shows you
What?
can portray war scenes without being gross or naughty in
Naughty?
TMI ways. Too much information. Yet you know it when something unkind does happen, like a rape scene, but it doesn't go overboard or give you graphic nightmares.
Oh my
God,
god.
you give me graphic nightmares. You give too much information in every review.
Can you call it information?
He gives me too many words in every review.
Science is out on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorting Hat, Chapter 6.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is... Yeah,
Here's why we
remember
brought
what
that
we
thing
said
up from
earlier
before.
about the
Yeah.
chapter titles. Yeah. Sorry, but too many chapter names with of in it. I hate it when fanfics do that, and it distracts rather than brings people into the
I hate
story.
when fanfics have of in their title, too, of their chapter. All the other words are fine, I just don't like the word of. I'm really, really against that word.
In fact, you're better off just having numbers, as these names have nothing to do with the chapter and are just as good as numbers.
I hate this because, like I said, and for once, this story is not gonna betray me. Because the author of the story, The Art of Deception, Beth 9891, every one of these titles, as I skimmed it, so I can't speak for every chapter, but most of them actually do apply. Like, The Art of Denial is about a character going through denial, and The Art of Complacency is about complacency. You know, like, that's fine. And you can't even give Sorting Hat the out that maybe he was writing the review while the story was being written and didn't know that it was going to be every chapter. He wrote the review in 2017. The story was finished in 2014.
Yeah. Sorting Hat looked at the
He
chapter
looked at
titles
all the chapter titles and went, I see
reading
no pattern.
and did not get it. He literally
Also, he doesn't
did
complain
not
about...
get it.
He also doesn't complain about art of, only specifically the
of.
word of.
Like I said, he just really hates the word of. It's a
Oh,
part
see,
of
he would have
patriarchy.
preferred the chapter titles be, instead of The Art of Survival, The Art of Discovery, The Art of Being Alone, he would have preferred The Art Survival, The
Yeah.
Art
Yes.
Discovery,
There you go.
the Art Discovery, The Art Being Alone,
that's when
The
you
Art
discover art.
Backfiring.
Yeah.
That is one reason why I tried but failed to really get into methods of rationality.
'Cause of the chapter
after
name?
a few chapters. I mean, the premises is good, and I like the interaction with Draco, but Zero. Period.
Okay.
The chapter names were meaningless, and heaven forbid if you're reading it mobile.
You wouldn't be reading it on mobile. You hate cell phones.
Glad I did not, and I feel sorry for anybody who tried on a tablet.
Lord almighty.
I really can't imagine that displaying chapter names is something that the fanfiction.net mobile app is awful at.
It's really fine. It's the same as anywhere else.
Yeah.
And SortingHat, how could you let the chapter names kill your interest in a story? It's not even the story. You enjoyed the story.
Except for the gay shit.
Except for all the gay shit.
And then, final review. By the way, it seems a time skip happened. Did you forget a chapter?
What?
You know what? Just to spite this guy. Chapter 6, The Art of Deception. I'm going to click on it.
Okay.
Well, it starts with the summer had passed with astonishing speed.
Wow, time skip. So, there it goes.
Yeah, it's a time skip. The first sentence of the chapter is the summer had passed with astonishing speed.
Yep.
But maybe there's something else. Maybe it's something else in there.
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
It really
because he's talking about are you missing a chapter?
Yeah, but it literally just starts with a time skip, like summer passed.
You know, Beth 9891 is allowed to do that, right? Like,
yeah, time skips are legal.
Fine thing. I mean, she didn't even leave it unaddressed. She addressed it.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't have anything to say about the summer, so the summer had passed with astonishing speed. Done. God damn it. SortingHat.
It's your
How do you read every word, but then ignore
everything? Next up, we have Headmaster Harry Potter.
All right.
SortingHat's reviews. He has one review on page 2. Or 2 reviews on page 2, so I'm going to start there.
Yeah, start there. Because that's the
And I gotta tell you, these reviews, these on this story, are sublime.
These are great.
Chapter 4, on October 8th, 2016. Which, by the way, a lot of these are happening in, like, close proximity to
Yeah. He had a really bad late August 2016.
Yeah, like, fall of 2016 was just terrible for him.
Also,
bad summer.
Some of 2017 was bad.
And 2018, and 2015, too.
Every year.
Really, he just had a bad couple of years.
Yeah. Actually, if I were Harry, I'd order out to KFC and get a party-sized meal. Back in those days, when it was still ran by the owner, it was very good and actually filling with chicken pieces. Twice, maybe 3 times as big.
Oh, Lord.
Whoa, tell me more.
Tell me more about this chicken.
The chicken pieces were very thick with meat, and often the bucket would be bulging as they packed it in there. In the 90s, you used to also be able to order vegetables on the side, like corn on the cob, as well as potatoes and gravy. But now it's just coleslaw or potatoes and gravy. You can still get the potatoes and gravy, but now it's processed rather than fresh, and the quality or lack of shows.
I feel like I'm reading a Ken M comment.
You know, if this was the only review we saw by SortingHat, I think this guy was my spirit animal. I care way too much about fast food. And
I gotta say, though, he gets a bunch of it wrong.
Please, sir, tell me about the sauces.
I mean, I'll be real. KFC has really gone downhill.
Yeah,
KFC sucks now.
KFC sucks.
But if the chicken were 3 times as big, then 8 pieces of chicken would take up 3 times as much space. And if 8 pieces of chicken fills a bucket now, and the bucket size hasn't changed,
it'd be bulging. He says
not bulging. You'd have 3 buckets.
It just wouldn't fit.
Hey, SortingHat, since you obviously don't understand a lot of the things that young kids pick up on as they grow up, you want to know why the chicken was twice as big back then? Because you were half as big. You were
twice as small.
You were a child. You grew in size.
Yeah, that's why when you go into your elementary school, you go, hey, I remember this place being bigger. That's because you were smaller.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dude. Sorting Hat has such bad object permanence that when he clicks to the next chapter, the previous chapters never existed.
Didn't.
So when he goes back, it is like seeing that chapter again for the first time.
Yeah. And you know what? He also, can I just say, you can still order corn on the cob.
It's still there.
I'm pretty sure that's still their most popular side.
But no, KFC is garbage tier nowadays.
Yeah, anyways, KFC, get your shit together.
KFC?
And now we are all done thinking of KFC because he's about to talk about some more serious shit.
All right.
Chapter 5.
Brace
chapter
yourselves.
later, same day, he says, funny thing is, the secrecy laws are as useful as gun control in stopping bad guys who don't read signs. The real problem is no longer the religious extremists, which only were a small fraction that did those things, but history books love to focus on the most violent people, painting them all over to encourage more government control.
I thought you
The real
hated
problem
religious.
is no longer the religious extremists, but people like ISIS wannabes who believe that you are an infidel and should be sacrificed for the greater good, aka Allah. They have no problem going into Hogwarts and blowing themselves up or shooting people in a mass shooting because they forbid witchcraft and anything related.
I'm sorry, I didn't
They
know
don't even allow images of
review Harry
Allah
Potter
to
stories.
be formed so they learn about Hogwarts' chances, or they have students infiltrate and shut it down, unless it can be converted to Islam and Sharia law.
My
We are
God.
talking Pol Pot on steroids.
There
Oh
we go.
my god. Hang on, where's his review where he talks about wrist and chip implants? Is that
This
next?
dude
You
and
would
Joey
expect
Mooney
that.
would get along
is this next, the chip
perfectly.
implants one?
Yeah.
Oh.
This
Guys-
dude and Joey Mooney would get along fucking perfectly.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the difference between a religious extremist and an ISIS wannabe who thinks you're an infidel and should be sacrificed for Allah?
Chip implants.
Yeah.
They the same, Bob.
Oh!
They the same.
So you're saying that maybe Sorting Hat may have gotten that wrong?
Religious
Yeah.
extremist, ISIS member, is same.
Same. He's same.
Is
Yeah.
same.
He's same.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
it's just the same.
Oh.
And then, finally, he has one more review on this story. Just one. And he says, sorry, but I find this fanfic a bit Mary Sue. Okay, a lot bit Mary Sue. In reality,
Bit.
like the Sorting Hat's Last Stand fanfic, seriously, go check it out. Which also has Lady Hogwarts, which I wonder if she stole the idea from you or vice versa. If
Vice
Hogwarts
versa.
were to awaken like that, then they would also do something about Dursley's abuse, where they would not go unchallenged by authority and not go unpunished. See Sorting Hat Abused Challenge for further details. Think you can do better?
Dude, okay, not only did that go, like, just all across the brain, scatterbrained, right before this, you were writing up and theorizing about Islam's converting Hogwarts to Sharia law. Miss me with this, sorry, but I find the fanfic a bit Mary Sue bullshit.
You do not get to lodge legitimate criticism.
I mean, there's also then the question of how legitimate it is, but we're not gonna check.
No, we have
it
no
out.
idea. We have no idea, and we're not going to find out.
Also,
Yeah.
a fanfic can't be Mary Sue. A character can be a Mary Sue, but a story can't be a Mary Sue.
Oh man, this story is exactly what the author wants it to be. It's so Mary
Yeah,
Sue.
this story is just like the author.
I hate this YouTube video that is Mary Sue.
Yeah, it's a lot bit Mary Sue though.
Yeah,
So
yeah, these 4 steel donut guys are
Mary Sue's.
P.
Yeah.
I omit. My name is Mary Sue. Fine, you caught me.
Hi.
Hey, Mary.
Matt
Maddie
is short
Sue.
for Mary.
Yeah, my last name
Matt
is
is
Sue.
short for
Mary Sue.
Even though it's the
it.
same.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want from me?
All right.
That's
So
right.
there you
Mary
go.
Sue,
Now,
YouTuber.
Rest of that, I'm just, who cares?
yeah. Next story. Who's going next?
Me, I think. So we're on,
These grim bones.
Them bones,
Okay.
them bones, them
Yeah.
grim
Yeah.
bones.
let's see. He did his recent ones. Okay.
Just the last 3, yeah.
3 chapters. Chapter 1, September 15th, 2017. At this point, it's more like WTF. Stay in Britain if 1 minute they will thank you, then the next they say fuck you. At least in America, people are tired of the socialist global elites running the show and are turning off the fake news machine. CNN is at an extremely low rating, but all these news stations are owned by 1 or 2 people owned by a bank/insurance.
What?
Nobody is responsible for anything under that. There is no capitalism anymore, which I keep explaining. True capitalism, there would be limits on mergers/take to keep competition going.
But I thought you were against the nanny state.
Jesus!
What are you against? What are you in favor of, Sorting Hat? Please
I feel like-
explain your
I
stances.
feel like I'm looking
It's
at a...
really hard for a business
Sorry,
to
you
be
go,
owned
you
by
go.
more than 1 or 2 people.
Repeal those antitrust laws. See? Disney controls everything.
I feel like I'm looking like his political compass is like the compass from Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it just
This guy
spins in a
has no
fucking
political
circle.
compass.
Yeah, it just spins just around
guy has
and
no
around.
fucking
Around and
political
around and
compass.
around.
But at least the people in America are tired of the socialist global elites running the show.
I know,
right.
Tired of all
I know I am.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't know anything about
Miss
that,
me
so
with
I'll
that
just leave that to you
globalist.
guys.
Yeah. CNN? Pfft, I bet you're owned by a bank.
Foreign insurance.
Yeah.
CNN is owned by a insurance.
You called out CNN when Fox News is literally owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're not the fake news machine.
No, they're the real news machine.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
They're the
I
only
should
ones
say they're not
telling
the
it like
fake
it is.
news machine. They're the Fox News machine. Oh,
Okay, well.
I'm sorry.
Chapter 4. Same day. Sorry, Nat. This would have been a good moment for you to have Sirius make a hasty exit. Instead, you have this be a Dear Abby kind of fic.
What?
I don't know what that means. Moving on.
Whatever.
Chapter 3. Went back and... You should read some of the Dumbledore bashing fics, as they have the trial be better, where the right questions are asked, and Sirius explains that it was not him that did it. You are trying too hard to be canon compliant, and it makes it feel artificial.
Okay.
Sure.
Not okay.
Okay.
No.
What?
Okay.
Why is it?
What is it?
Fuck.
If the story wants the canon events to happen, then let it happen.
You say why is it, Bob? But I'm saying
Oh
what
my
is it?
god, dude. Go write your story where Harry Potter inherits a 1969 Mustang and goes on a sick cross-country road trip
Yeah.
and throws away his cell phone and hacks into magic paintings already. Like, dude.
And, like,
just
you know what?
Be the,
There would be
be
a
the
great-
change you want to see in the world.
There will be a great scene where he's setting up like shotguns, armed, ready to go if his door opens,
Right,
so that
right.
if somebody tries to break into his house while he's on his road trip,
Yeah.
then they'll die.
He will go back in time to when Voldemort killed his parents, but he will set up like shotgun traps and bombs and have a secret exit.
And he'll make a distinct point to not be a crying, pooping, stupid baby.
Right.
And also, he'll write, Sorting Hat will, I assume, write chapter 1, 2, 4, and then 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4, then 3, then 4 again, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's how numbers work. That's number wang.
No, that's
A
number
whole sequence where Harry Potter is driving down the road, he hears NPR on the radio, turns it off, and then turns directly to the listener, who is not in the car. Just, he speaks directly, breaking the fourth wall, and complains about the fake news media.
Yeah. And how globalist society.
Damn.
Libtard
Caused the
beta
end times.
baby cucks.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Moving on. Next story,
Oh, this next
which
one's
I
juicy.
believe
The Watcher's
If I'm
Apprentice?
not wrong, yeah, The Watcher's Apprentice, which we can start all the way back on page 2.
Mm-hmm.
There,
Here we go.
He had a lot to say here.
Man.
I'm just gonna lie down prematurely.
Yeah, you just lie down while I crack this baby open.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I'm very afraid. Guys, I'm very afraid.
It all starts on chapter 2 on September 7th, 2016.
I've got my pillow primed on my face.
Good. Here goes. The sad thing that liberals just don't
Alright,
get
there we go.
because-
Alright. Okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Because either they're brain dead or corrupt, I am not sure which, that they don't realize. Most people are like Michael's mom, who abuses the government money by not getting a job.
What the fuck are you on about?
She should get a part-time job at least instead of hanging around with men she will leave. That is not a family value style and actually contributes to the falling away of families.
I thought you hated Christianity.
Nah, man, family values are not Christianity.
Okay.
That's just family values.
He's also just an asshole.
Now, if you like family values going down the drain, then by all means continue that lifestyle and see how far it gets you before you reach rock bottom.
Oh.
She doesn't have to go around with 20 different men to feel fake happiness. Hat is clearly abusing taxpayers' money, and you still wonder why people are angry at social welfare.
Oh,
there is not
Lord.
enough checks and balances to make social welfare work for the people that do need it and are disabled. Too many people who aren't disabled leech money or find legal loopholes that need to be closed tight.
I'm sorry. Are we looking at a Harry Potter review section, or are we reading Reddit's Are the Donald right now?
This guy ordered like a pre-packaged social welfare fucking rant. Because he, like, just one by one, it's like they were bowling pins. He went from one topic to another. He didn't miss a single one.
What?
Strike!
Went down the list.
Yeah.
Did it.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
having heard his speech, I am no longer a libtard beta baby cuck.
Right.
Good.
Mhm.
Right.
Fucking libtard, baby cuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Chapter 3.
Yeah, wow.
Same day.
I watched that scene from the newsroom, and now I'm a strong Republican that will stand up and fight the welfare state.
Next chapter. Chapter 3. Same day. What Donald Trump said, which many of us who has eyes and ears already knew and didn't need to hear it from his soapbox, is correct.
Wow.
We don't need to hear it from your
Preach, my
soapbox.
boy!
Yeah.
The economy is sick and is artificially propped up due to people like Michael's mom
You
who
really
flaunts
got
the
something against
social
Michael's mom. I don't know.
Fuck you, Michael! Fuck you and your
I don't know
mom!
who Michael is. I'm guessing it from the story.
Michael's mom!
who flaunts
really
the social
mad at
welfare
Michael's mom
around
for whatever
instead
reason.
of using it correctly for things that they need, such as food on the table or basic house appliances to keep the house tidy instead of looking like a drug dealer's den.
Fuck you, Michael's mom.
Interest rates are artificially kept low because if they are raised even 0.5%, that will be enough to destroy what's left of the socialist pipe dream, and the house of
What?
cards will come tumbling down like the
What?
man who built his
Preach!
house upon the sand.
Preach it, baby!
It will have a worldwide knockout effect, and all the fiat money systems will be KO'd.
Damn it, Michael's
Wait,
mom is
wait,
at
wait,
it
wait.
again. I tell you what.
Wait. If we raise the interest rates, it'll destroy the dollar? 10%, baby! Come on, let's go for it!
Bring it on!
Bring it on! Yeah!
So I had to look. Yes, Michael is the main character of the story. It seems.
Yeah, I had to check as well.
I've got a
Michael's
sinking
mom
feeling.
was.
I've got a sinking feeling, and again, I am not checking. I don't think we want to be Michael's mom. I think the author knows what they're doing and is probably portraying some neglectful parent. Okay? The author is not advocating for this shit. So stop. Just stop. Just stop. Stop.
Just cease.
Stop!
Cease, Sorting Hat.
Cease.
Chapter 2 again, same day.
Yeah, it goes back in time.
He ain't done. He ain't done.
Preach it, SortingHat.
Give me one more again.
We are at the point of no return, and once the system falls, the world's fiat money nations will all be KO'd.
Ding, ding, ding.
Interestingly enough, the nations the USA wants to invade don't have central banking cartels, either public or private.
What?
I don't think that...
Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Elon Musk.
Bring
Cell
on the
phone
Bitcoin,
companies.
baby.
Insurance. Benghazi.
Ethereum is the way of the future.
Oh.
Ooh.
SortingHat.
Harry Potter
Chapter
needs
2 again.
his vintage card
Yeah.
in order to be a good American and fight the fake news media.
Right?
Donald Trump. Something. Fiat money.
You know, the reason that all those cryptocurrencies crashed was because the fake news media finally picked up on them and did a concentrated effort to destroy them.
Whoa.
What the fuck is going on?
Same chapter, chapter 2, same day. The part about being punctual is pretty true for Britain, especially the inner city. England prides itself with being punctual.
You don't know!
You're not English.
You're not from there!
Chapter 3 again. Same day. This is going to be a funny fanfic with all physics thrown out the window. Hopefully not stupid like the Third Army or whatever the Hobbit movie was called, where they had Legolas and Toriel who does the whoop-de-dooper loop-de-looper alley-ooper bounce only Tiger could do.
Tiger is my favorite character.
Not
Woods.
Tiger.
Well, think
Tiger
about
Woods.
tigers.
Yeah.
Tiger
Oh, yeah.
Woods.
Mr. Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Chapter 4, finally. That's like 6 reviews in. Finally, chapter 4.
Chapter
Look,
2,
Yella, I
3. Finally on chapter 4.
Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but please don't call them reviews.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. That's the
Ramblings.
wrong label.
Yeah.
Yep. Rants,
Public
posts.
Do you think these count as public displays of indecency?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I feel dirty having seen them.
I like the premise behind this, but I don't like mute Harry fanfics without the author warning. In
You
video
needed
game
an author warning that a character wouldn't speak.
Apparently. In video game fanfics where there is usually no voice acting, normally at least the authors, I don't know if they still do, would warn in the bylines if the main character or OC would have a speaking role or not, as sometimes people for strange reasons get upset when a silent hero starts speaking. Shrugs shoulders. People get worked up over the silliest things and ignore the things that do need changing.
SortingHat.
Like the fiat money.
SortingHat, you just got upset enough over Harry Potter not speaking that you had to make a review about it.
Yeah.
Hypocrite!
Piece
Hypocrite!
of shit.
You pizza shit.
Also on chapter 4, actually Hermione's right. I've never heard of putting sand in your trousers. That sounds stupid.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, sounds real stupid.
Just gonna
Yeah,
go with him
sounds-
on that, I suppose.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Fine. Yeah, that sounds
sure.
real dumb. Oh,
Haha,
man.
yeah.
What a dumb...
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
dumb thing to do.
Chapter
yeah.
5.
Haha, yeah.
Oh, God, he has so many.
Oh shit, we
Yes,
were only
so
on
many.
page 2. I
Yep,
was
here,
about to say
page 1,
moving on.
chapter
I forgot what
5.
we were doing. Okay.
Actually, Harry is right. He could call the police and request extra patrol, even if the police think it's a prank, which I doubt due to the seriousness of the threats. They can hire extra patrol to monitor the house/street more frequently and have 2-man teams. They will also be more wary, ready to contact rapid response if necessary.
That seems
Cool,
surprisingly normal.
Yeah, fine, great.
I mean,
Whatever,
you're
don't
still, overthinking. It's the
care. And
author's
you're also
story,
including
not
a bunch
yours.
of muggle shit when they're wizards and they can just blow people away with magic.
We don't know the context of the
Abracadabra,
story.
baby.
Just summon a golem or some shit.
Also, chapter 6. Basically, what I am saying is if Harry called the police about the strange threats, he would have his name be on the list. So if an emergency arises where Harry lives, they will send a rapid response team more readily than a regular patrol unit.
Okay.
Fuck, how does he think the police works?
Chapter 6, again. Of course, Voldemort would sense it because of Harry's stupid scar. I knew the moment it flared up, Mr. Vold would feel it too.
Mr. Vold.
What a fucking detective, picking up on that subtle clue.
I like Mr. Vold. That's a good name.
I like Voldemort.
Mr. Vold, my man.
He's scary.
Oh,
at least he has the right number of letters in it.
Yeah, true.
Maybe Voldemort all along was only he who must not be correctly named. You can put as many misspellings of his name as you want.
Chapter 7. Good thing they're in a car. There is no way the Aurors would be able to track them due to the red-hot engine masking magical signatures, and they are on wheels.
Tell me about that engine being red.
Wheels are definitely faster than teleporting.
Also, red-hot engine.
Yeah, that's not good, dude.
Masking magical signatures.
So it's magic and mechanical and electronic. Because
magic is just heat.
Magic used Wi-Fi earlier, but now it's also energy involved in a red-hot engine.
Yeah. Chapter 8. The people who go on and on about the street skills or too afraid to leave the script fic model are usually extremist liberals who want everybody to be the same, just like them flashing off their riches in the process.
What a leap of
on about street skills or unrelated, not too afraid to leave script fic.
What?
Or
extremist liberals.
Extremist liberals who, unrelated, flash off their riches.
Sorting Hat.
Sorting Hat.
What is
the
going
fuck?
on in your head?
In your hat.
Does he sort thoughts at all?
No.
He lines them up one by one and pushes them out. Street skills, script fic, liberals who want everyone to be the same like them, flashing off the riches. Alright, one by one. Line up, come on, get them out
thoughts
there.
come marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah, hurrah.
God. Sorting Hat. Same day, Chapter 9. I don't see Mr. Barry's jokes odd. He was just teasing about the weather conditions and trying to show some excitement.
Sorting Hat is obsessed with the weather.
Listen to this. I actually semi-frequently look at the NetWeather UK forums, a very active forum in fact these days, because they have a learning section for beginners to show charts and places to hold discussions about different aspects of meteorology.
Yeah, he's very obsessed.
So interested in it, he doesn't know how to spell it.
But meteorology.
Sorting Hat, they've got playlists where people upload Weather Channel music, I'm sure. On YouTube, I don't know. That's probably
your shit, dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My favorite was that I learned about the best snow setups for UK and what often makes snow systems fail to materialize. What makes things fail to materialize in some dramatic no-snow events where they thought it would snow.
I like this part of you, where you're harmlessly obsessing over the weather and not conspiracy theories.
It's weird that it's still so benign out of place.
And innocent.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to tell Yella to just skip this, but the rest of me is like,
no, this is
a brief reprieve.
This is a patch of feel good in an ocean of
feel bad,
feel terrible.
Just let this sink in. Let's just read this.
Local man excited to see new weather pattern.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good feel good story. He's happy.
All right, okay. I'll try to smile on my face. My face is smiling. That means I'm happy.
Tell me more about the weather, Sorting Hat.
And how to not be stupid about it, which had weather chart examples highlighting positions of trots, T, and high pressure rights, H.
I don't know what that is,
and
but fine.
Special highlights for the topic.
Yeah.
They're a site in German. There's a site in German that has weather charts all the way back to the early 1800s that shows temp profiles and weather positions.
Awesome, cool.
Nice.
Wow, fascinating.
I also learned the best position for heat waves in the summer, 2003 or the mid-90s, and the dark, damp summers they get, such as the 2008-2010 era, for more recent dreadful summers, which temps barely got to 25°C for any length of time, with the high temps often failing to top 20. I can't speak. The top 20 C.
It's a shame he.
Incredible.
Yeah.
If only he had seen this summer, this year.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Did you know that high pressure doesn't always bring clear sunny skies, and there is a mechanic behind it?
That was. But that was banal,
nice.
but that was nice. Like
Wow,
that was.
That was nice.
I got to learn all about the weather. I'll post. I'll post this.
Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all.
Yeah.
I'll
post this in my.
Can I say, if I hadn't just spent 2 hours of my fucking life experiencing all the crazy you have to offer the world, I would have jumped on you for saying like, did you know that high pressure doesn't always bring clear sunny skies and there's a mechanic behind it? Because of course there's a mechanic behind it. That's called science. The world works in a very predictable way. That's why we have a science called meteorology. But you know what, man? That's great. Thanks.
I learned some things today.
I mean, I didn't really, but
great.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
tell us more about the weather.
Yeah, what you got next?
Tell us more about the weather in the next review.
Yeah, what you got next for us?
Next review, Chapter 11, same day.
Uh-huh.
That's how liberals act.
No!
God damn it.
No!
High and might stealing from the poor in the form of handouts to keep the blacks enslaved in the system, except for the smart blacks who actually do own a business or get somewhere in life, and then are hated by the media because they are not following the rest of the sheep thinking all the same.
What are you on about?
I'm dying.
How can you steal from someone by handing out to them?
Where's the weather? Bring back the weather.
Bring back the weather. I want to hear the weather.
I want to hear
Al
about
Roker
meteorology, please.
Be Al Roker. Please.
Donald Trump is right. Our economy is fake, but those of us who are awake
economy's
don't need
fake?
him to tell us that. The only reason we don't have a bigger crash is due to the interest rates being kept artificially low and China propping things up, so we will keep buying.
Oh shit, this boy is woke, dude. He's woke.
If China called our debt, there would be no one left to buy and they would go bust, making all the fiat money systems of the world get KO'd.
Ding, ding, ding! Bring on
fiat money!
Yeah.
And the winner is cryptocurrency.
Woohoo!
Holy shit.
Again, on any other day, I would have been like, that's not how the debt system works. Let me explain it real quick. But today,
No.
you know who is getting KO'd? Me. You know who's got 2 thumbs and is getting KO'd? This fucking guy.
I'm that guy at the end of Doctor Strangelove, riding the bomb, whipping his hat in the air, screaming yippee-ki-yay. The bomb is labeled crypto, and the ground is labeled all fiat currency. Blow it up. Run, Paul. Yeah. Anything else? Am I missing anything?
Oh my god. Sorting Hat, same chapter, same day.
He wasn't done.
Please give me some weather, Sorting Hat. Come on.
Weather, please.
3,000 calories is right.
What?
This fic would be better as an original fic on fictionpress.com.
Unrelated.
Ever been there? It actually looks a lot like this site, including same layout and all, but for original stories like original fantasy or paranormal.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks for telling us about...
This fic would fit in the paranormal over there, or maybe horror, but then again, there isn't a whole lot of horror in this, so I am sandwiched between the two.
I mean... Sorting Hat. That's fantastic.
I'm glad for your advice, Sorting Hat.
Thanks, buddy.
My advice is permanently this now.
Chapter 12, same day. Ouch! Hospital trip. Time to call Nintendo for the ambulance. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
Hey, I'll give him
Wii U.
credit. That's innocent. It's an innocent, dumb joke, but it's
an
innocent.
innocent, stupid joke.
Oh,
Good
no.
job.
Oh, I see the next one. No.
Chapter 13, same day. In reality, obliterating, or whatever you call it, is more dangerous than just telling the truth.
I think you mean obviating, and no, obliterating is not a word.
The more a person's mind is messed with, the more dangerous it is, as God designed the brain to not be lied
you didn't believe in God.
No, he does believe in God. We're in the end times. He just hates church.
Okay.
He hates Christianity, but he loves God.
What?
I'm gonna avoid the obvious joke once again.
What's the obvious joke? No, tell it.
I'm barricading that off and we're diverting traffic.
I don't even know what the obvious joke is.
Something brain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorting Hat's mind has been messed with horribly and he's dangerous.
That's true. Okay, I see. But I was just thinking about the fact that apparently God designed the brain to not be lied to. But he didn't do a great job, because apparently if you're lied to, it fucks you up.
Yeah. People who make a habit of lying can and do damage themselves to the point they have split personalities, often to the point of mental illness. And if you are one to believe in reincarnation, then that energy will be sent to the next life.
What?
The Bible.
Did he just suggest that there's a way to have multiple personalities and not be mentally ill?
Yeah.
Sorting Hat, that describes you! You are lying about you have believed in all this crazy shit. I'm almost convinced you have split personalities because one hand you'll be writing about some innocuous and then the next you'll go off on some crazy shit. You are mentally ill, and I don't even know the rest of that sentence.
I'm not even sure that he's got split personalities. I'm afraid I've got split personalities, and this is all an illusion.
The Bible clearly says the sins of the father passes down unto 4 generations, and I really doubt the Bible would make such a point like that unless it means reincarnation.
What? You know the Bible doesn't believe in reincarnation, right? No, he doesn't know that. What? He doesn't know that. He doesn't realize that if the Bible wanted to suggest reincarnation, it would just say, you reincarnate. It would just say that.
This often is where traditional...
How can I be a reincarnation of my parents? They're alive.
This often is where the traditional Christians get stumped and screwed up.
Oh, those traditional Christians.
You got that right.
Oh yeah, if they could figure out this one thing, they'd have airtight cases.
That's it. That was the missing piece.
Yeah, the missing link.
And then finally...
how are we reincarnations of our own living parents? Once they figure that out, everything else will fall into place.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. And then finally, also in chapter 13, on that very same fateful day...
Of course.
And the beat goes on. The author goes MIA, probably wasting her life playing Candy Crush on her smartphone, thinking it's better than a computer.
Fuck you, Sorting Hat. Fuck you.
We're back to familiar territory.
Why do we have to be the ones defending the authors?
Look at me, I've got a phone.
You've put me in.
Look at me, I've got a phone and is dumbstruck playing Candy Machine or whatever the hell the game is called.
It up there, I'm looking at it.
It's called, as the rest of the industry tries to imitate the book style and forces us all to accept it or be rid of.
Next up, 4 reviews on Finding Hogwarts, all from Sorting Hat.
Okay.
We're getting there.
All right.
Slowly but surely.
Chapter 1. on January 19th, 2015. What about taking it to the fire department, since firefighters are usually reasonable and will most likely do something about it constructively?
All right. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Trust your firefighters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
They're important.
They're good people.
Yeah.
Chapter 2. Sometime around 2006 or so.
Oh no.
I read an article that a company whose name
God damn. Whomstuffle.
name I can't remember had a prototype of a electronic paper that would have images much like what is on the book in this story.
Okay.
Other companies also were working on some kind of thin electronic paper.
Okay, interesting.
It was back when search engines were oh my god. It was back when search engines used to actually be good.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't have to be specific about your words since online marketing was more niched. It's a little bit of a hot take on the search engines, but fine.
All right.
Fine.
Whatever.
You ready? He
Sure.
goes back to chapter 1.
Almost 2 years later.
Almost 2 years later. He came back to the story.
2 years later. And he says, if we went back to the basics of the U.S. Constitution or a ratified one with more protection powers to limit the alphabet agencies, if not eliminate them, then witches and wizards will have no reason to fear performing magics in front of muggles.
You know that, this isn't real, right?
In fact, we could have a revolution in understanding the universe, including the Mandela
What does
effect.
that have to do with the rest of the
The
story?
I'm sorry.
pushing their Mandela effect on us.
I'm sorry. But for me and the 99% of the world, it was always Berenstein Bears, not Berenstain. By the way, a comment says that Facebook spell check also has Steen instead of Stain.
What did that have to do with the story?
Smiley face!
That's
I
like
don't
3
know.
All right.
I
different
don't
things
really
going
care.
on
All right.
in this.
All right. Matt. Go back to the U.S. Constitution so that we can get rid of, if not limit, the alphabet agencies.
Yeah.
So that wizards can perform magic without fearing for their life.
Which will then allow us to understand the Mandela effect.
Uh-huh.
Can I just say,
Berenstain.
the Mandela effect is supposed to be like, oh, maybe we came from another universe. But if 99% of the world came from that other universe, maybe the books came from another universe and we were just here.
Yeah.
I'm not suggesting the Mandela effect has even an ounce of truth. It does not. But Sorting Hat's logic here is, as usual, impeccable. And finally, again, 2 years after his first reviews, Sorting Hat says on Chapter 3, erase your memory is invasion of privacy and trying to play as God. Not cool. Don't worry, I'm just bringing the thought police to you for seeing magic. 1984 is here!
Oh my god.
So,
Yeah.
Sorting Hat, what happened to you in 2016, dude? What happened to you?
What
Yes.
happened to him back in 2014?
Yeah, 2015 you had these two innocuous comments, and into 2016 you got these two batshit insane comments.
Guys, we only have one more review to read.
Oh.
And it's not even the craziest one, but it's
No.
not a good one.
It just wraps up that Sorting Hat has crazy views on subjects.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're on Harry Potter and the Wands of Invention. He has one review on Chapter 2, July 3rd, 2016. That's why gun registries are useless. In the event of a hostile invasion or takeover from within, if it comes to that, the enemy will know who owns the guns and who doesn't, and what type of weapons in order to produce a counter technique. It's like posting a huge sign advertising you own a .22 caliber and it's kept in the safe downstairs. Only the most stupidest bad guys won't figure it out.
What does that have to do with Harry Potter and the Wands of Invention?
So you're saying
No
that
idea.
let's say there's a hostile invasion. First thing they do, obviously they need to get access to the gun registry database, the National Gun Registry, and then they look it over and they know who has guns, and then they'll distribute that information to their lower lieutenants, and then they will begin developing counter techniques to specific kinds of firearms. And that would make it more effective than just kicking down your door and shooting you.
Or bombing everything. Don't forget about bombing everything.
Yeah. You're setting houses on fire.
And only the stupidest bad guys wouldn't figure that out. I've heard arguments that gun registries are useless. That is the worst argument I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I can only sigh.
Yeah. Well,
and we don't even have reviews to go to after this because this wasn't the story.
This was the reviews.
No, this was reviews.
We only have our own reflections.
So Matt,
yes,
how you feeling?
I'm feeling like I need to go back into that interdimensional portal that just opened up. Gotta go back in there.
Can I come with you?
No, my portal.
I want to see the I want to see the meat dimension.
I want to become a meat planet.
I want to be meat planet. There's not a goddamn thing you people can do to stop.
Engulf me in seas of pork and beef.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Let me drown in the rivers of blood.
Okay. Well, in retrospect, I'm gonna bring up this question again. Why are you a fan?
Of Harry Potter.
Magic confuses you so much. Everything confuses you so much.
It sounds like he kind of thinks it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a scary thought.
I don't even. Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't even know how to end this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to end this thing. Fuck you, Rogue. Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck you, Rogue.
Fuck you, Rogue. Yeah.
God.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you have something you'd like for us to read, feel free to leave a link down in the comments below. We also have a public Discord server, link in the description, which you can join if you're so inclined, and requests can also be left there in the requests channel. Thanks again for watching, and do have a nice day.